Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts Shipyard Challenge. So, I'm setting up a fight here between China and Italy. And this idea I got from a comment on not the last week's episode, but a couple weeks before that. Someone suggested doing something with single barrel guns. And that will be the topic today. So I'm doing China versus Italy because they both have access to the same generic battlecruiser hull, the so-called fast battleship. So I'm going to be trying to build two identical ships with one difference. One will have single barrel guns, main guns. The other will have quad guns. So we're going to see which is best. And I'm going to switch up the teams after fighting one battle. So I'm going to be playing quad guns versus single guns, and then single guns versus quad guns. That's the plan. So let's I'm going to be designing the one with the quad guns first. The one with the single barrel guns will be a little bit lighter, but will otherwise be completely identical. Let's do veteran crew on both. Turbo electric, why not? We can try with the best tower, see what we can get from there. Maybe that tower instead. That doesn't fit. I will try to make it somewhat decent looking. And the main subject here is, of course, the main guns. So I don't really want to bother too much with secondary guns. Let's see, what are we gonna go with? I think 17s and quad barrel guns, of course. So this one will have 16 main guns. 4 times 4. The other one will only have 4. Like so, like so, like so, and so. Let's see, what mark are these? Mark 3. Yeah, they're Mark 3 all the way down to 13. A little bit of anti-torp just for the resistance bonus. And that's some decent resistance. Not light shells. We're gonna do heavy, I think. But we are gonna do reduced ammo. And the reason for that is one advantage that quad guns have over single barrel guns, is that the ammo is per barrel. So while the single barrel guns will be more accurate and you're gonna have a higher hit percentage than these quad guns, these will be able to sling more shells in total. That's 143, 143. Let's see, if it were a single gun, that would be 36, 36. course, the let's go with tube powder and TNT4. What then is our flash fire challenge? 1.6. Let's not bother with acoustics, because none of these are going to have torpedoes. Let's make them 50 calibers in length. And will I do something to like even the playing field in like give an advantage to the single barrel guns? Maybe I will. Yes. We're gonna do light shells for the quads and heavies for the single barrel guns. And the singles, I might push them up to 55 calibers in length. Let's see, main deck armor. Let's give it a little bit more deck armor. What kind of pen are we getting out of these? It's a decent amount of pen, actually. And there we go, a little bit overweight. A little bit overweight. Tiny bit of forward offset. Let's see if we can fix that by just scooting this a little bit more aft. We are 900 tons over. We can reduce the turret armor just a little bit. Maybe also the main deck armor. Oh, that conning tower armor is not that thick anyway. Does that work? No, that don't work. That works. 133 tons overweight. That is not too shabby. We are very close. And that is with oil 1. With oil 3, it gets heavier. Yes. That's the mega funnel 8. There we go. Okay, so that is the Chinese ship, Tengzhou. Let's now, let's see, design something almost identical, but Italian. I'm just gonna take this in a little bit more. Yes. Just so I know more or less where everything is located. We had a top speed of 30 knots. Range to minimum. And was that one right? This funnel and that funnel. Low profile barbettes. Main guns 17. And single barrel. Why don't you fit here? Why is it being weird? Oh, yeah. These turrets are a little bit taller than the Chinese ones, so we're gonna have to move to a taller barbette. That's fine. That is fine. And they are how long? 46. They are shorter. Okay. And I had increased AP, right? We're not bothering with the secondaries this time. Heavy shells, reduced ammo again, because I do want that advantage to go to the quad gun ship with the more ammo per gun. That is an intended advantage. Coincidence and radar 2. Uh, 36.5 second reload time. Let's see here. These are 50s with a 44.2 second reload time. We have 16, 4, 7. Silhouette looks close enough. Maybe move that a little bit further forwards. Yeah, I gotta move everything a little bit further up. There we go. That looks about the same. So 16, 4, 4, 7, and 12 on the conning tower, and no inner belts, because the second one only gives a 4-time increase over the actual thickness, and because it's limited by the first layer, which is limited by the main belt. The actual thickness increase you can get here is, with Citadel 4, is, I think, not really worth it. I think you're better off just putting that weight into the main belt. With Citadel 5 it's another thing, because then you get that third layer. I think it was 11 on the turret top, wasn't it? 19, 11, 19. Yes. And 12 on the conning tower. Yes. Perfect. Now, we have some weight to spare here on this ship. Because, well, those single barrel guns are a bit lighter than the quads. So, of course, this could be a case where you would put a lot more displacement into armor and other systems. Or even just more ammo. But That's not really what we're testing here. They are supposed to be near enough identical other than the number of guns, so yeah, increased AP. I did that for the quad gun one too, right? Yes. Alright, and we're gonna do 2 battles. If it was still possible to put a ship under AI control, I would do that as the 3rd battle. Just have the AI control both ships and see which one comes out on top. I think the quad gun ship has an advantage. Well, obviously having more guns is an advantage. Let's see, what's the range here? 30 on the AP. This one has 35. So longer range, more accurate. But it's gonna run out of ammo quicker. Well, we both carried the same amount of same number of salvos worth of ammo, but it firing quicker will go through those salvos also faster. I want to get in a little bit closer. Of course, by going with battlecruisers here, big ones too, kind of not getting the big disadvantage of the quad guns, which I think we would see more clearly if it was, for example, light cruiser on light cruiser, and that is the gun recoil. Let's see now when it fires, because the 17s are not really that fast firing. That recoil debuff is gone by the time they fire again. Yeah, Tengzhou really putting out the hurt here. See, this is 4.7 billion. Yeah, the difference in cost is not that great, considering this is 10,000 tons heavier. But now I have lost my main tower. And that's not a good thing for accuracy. But Monarcha has taken a lot more damage, and that's also not great for accuracy. My shots are getting blocked. Monarcha is going through. with those heavy shells. I didn't down so much ammo. Didn't knock out a magazine, did I? No, I think it was because when I was closing in, only A and B turrets were firing. And again, with 4 times the number of barrels comes 4 times the amount of ammo. Monarcha has ceased fire due to angle. Let's just close in and finish this. We're not going to be taking any return fire anyway. That is surprising accuracy for a ship without a main tower. And with the minus 15% to accuracy from quad gun barrels. There we go, taking some return fire. Found an angle they could fire at. They are about to run out. More flooding, but it's mostly the already flooded sections taking that flooding damage. And it's showing me the same hit percentage for both ships, which I'm not sure if that's accurate or just not updating properly. Monarcha only has 12 shells left. And with her only firing from the X and Y turrets, that is 6 salvos. Or 5 now. So firing AP, we're going to be down to HE soon. But I think Monarcha might not stay afloat for that long. 1%. Yep, she's a goner. And there she goes. Alright, let's switch teams. There we go. See if I can put this to better use than what the AI did. Yeah, let's go. "40 kilometers away. I have the range advantage by 5 kilometers. So 108 and 35, 429 and 143. Let's put that on save. I don't want to waste my ammo. But also, I do want to score some nice hits before I start taking a return fire. Let's turn in and sail parallel. Scored one hit, but it was an old pen. .3 kilometers. We are well inside of their range. There we go. They scored the first hit, actually. Let's try and increase that range a bit. So far, we're quite even on damage. Up that range. There we go. Hit their main tower. And the funnel. Chance to hit is actually pretty good, even at this range. Take my A and B turrets out of the fight, actually, and just return fire with X and Y. And they're following me, so I'm not really increasing the range. I think a more fair comparison would probably be if I gave this increased ammo and that reduced ammo. Just to kind of use this excess displacement for something. Then again, it was kind of intended. Less overall ammo is a weakness of single barrel guns compared to, well, especially quad guns. Yeah, damage instability is pretty bad. Tengzhou has some damage instability too, but not as bad. Still managing higher overall hit percentage, which is surprising given that she's got quad guns instead of singles. They are at 18, 17. Tengzhou is running out of AP. I got 50 rounds of AP left. They got 30. That's not gonna last long. How many shells they are firing. I think it is possible. It should be possible to just try and wither the storm. And here comes their last AP salvo. What is their HE range? 28.4. If you can sit at just the edge of their AP range, HE range, make most of their shots miss. And then going closer with my remaining 44 rounds. Yeah, they're still closing in. And firing off 16 rounds per salvo. They don't have that many salvos left in them. They're not doing too much to me at this range. There's less than 4 salvos remaining. fire. Gonna hold until we get closer. 18 rounds left. Six rounds left. And now they are out of ammo. Of course, they're also slightly quicker, but they're not running away. My damage instability is dropping. Angle? Really? Hello, are you gonna turn your turrets towards the enemy, maybe? Monarcha? There we go. They woke up, finally. Now, sadly, I don't have that much ammo left either. But the chance to hit is good enough. There we go. I think it's gonna be a draw though. I don't think 24 rounds is enough to sink that battlecruiser. Yeah, I probably should have given this increased ammo to compensate for less ammo carried overall. Tengzhou is doing 23.1 knots. We're doing about the same top speed. Waiting for her to straighten out. Give me that juicy flat broadside. Like that. And like that. Now the side is no longer as broad. They're going to hold fire. Wait for a cleaner target first. Or are they just gonna run away? We both have rudder damage. This is looking like a juicy target. There we go. Engine 1 is out. 4 rounds left. We're gonna have to finish this with a ram again. Was not really my intention. 2 rounds left. Last 2. Probably wouldn't even be able to ram with the rudder out. $28,000, 61 and 35, 62 and 27. So that's as close to a draw as I think you can get, unless I'm able to do something cheeky here with the ramming. But I wouldn't really count on it. Yeah, Tangzhou also has 4 flooded, unflooded compartments amidships. So if I can just ram my bow into her side there, I should only be taking flooding damage on already flooded sections. Well, she loses what's left of her reserve buoyancy. But of course, trying to pull that off, precision ram with the rudder out, might be easier said than done. I should have had a couple of shells left for this. She's doing 19.9. I'm doing 21. So I am faster by just a little bit. Maybe it's gonna be mutual destruction. I think we can consider this a draw though. But it would probably have been a win had I had more ammo remaining. I wasn't really able to ram the sections I wanted to ram. $30, 21, 28, 18. So I kind of lost out on that. With the engine out now too. Might not have another chance. Darn it. Yeah. I think this is not gonna end anyway, because she's just gonna keep sailing and I will not be able to catch up. So we're gonna leave the battle there and call the second round a draw. And again, if I had let's see, we got 10,000 tons to spare, so like realistically You should easily be able to put increased shells on here. And maybe also like increase the barrel length a little bit further. I said I thought 55 would be doable, right? Well, it is doable. 42.9 seconds. That's still faster firing than the quad guns on the Chinese ship. And one can even do that. And suddenly you have well, fewer guns and fewer shells still in total than the other ship. Her guns are kind of punchier, and you still have displacement to spare for extra armor or other things. So yeah, there is a case for single barrels. However, I think I'm still gonna go with doubles or triples for most of my ships. Never really been a fan of quads, just because you get that minus to accuracy for quad guns. You do that for triple guns too, but with advanced triple turrets, that's down to like a minus 5%, which doesn't really matter. For double turrets, you effectively eliminate that, and late game with single turrets, you get a slight bonus instead. But yeah, well, you can also, for the weight saved, increase the number of turrets. Finding somewhere to fit them on the ship might be a bit of a challenge in some cases. So yeah, but let me know down below what you want me to do next week. Maybe try something more with these two almost identical ships. For example, give them both identical armament, but different armor layouts. So one maybe with Citadel 4 and one with Citadel 5. Could be an interesting test. Or heavy versus light shells, or whatever. Goodbye, and take care.